just
We're in bad.
if you didn't notice when we were here yesterday, we weren't happy.
No, we wasn't happy. But we noticed that when we came in here and the Colorado group had just finished their first 24 hours, and they were all like exhausted, just down. And then they came in yesterday and they were a little more like we are today. So I think when I woke up yesterday morning, I was like, I have to do this again. To do this all over again. And I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it. And then
we was ready to bail, no lie. 24 hours,
we were
done.
like done.
We were done.
But one of the things that turned it around for, I think, for most of us also was, I don't know who this guy was sitting right over here.
Morgan.
No,
Or no.
Morgan was over this way, but it was the black guy. Well,
Yeah.
but,
One of the other guys.
One of the other guys sitting on this side. He said,
John.
Not James. The other one.
John. Taller guy.
right. He was like, don't quit and stuff like that. Why? Most people want to quit and whatever, and pretty much inspired us like, hey, you gotta give this thing another shot. So,
Plus, we couldn't quit on Andre.
no.
Yeah.
We all
I
agreed
think
on that.
Megan's mantra became, we complain about something, we're like, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
After we
Let's
left
throw it
here,
in our face.
after we left here, we were exhausted, so we just literally went right across the street and set up
Slept
shop.
for 2 hours on those
To
benches.
take a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Sorry, hey. Oh, I didn't know it was you.
No respect, Andre, I'm telling you.
But it's all love.
So, yeah, I realized I was complaining a lot just about stuff that I couldn't change. So I was like, yeah, I'm like, well, I'll just complain, and then I was like, you know what, I'm happy. And then like, I would accidentally complain and be like, no, but I'm happy. Like, my feet hurt, but I'm happy. So, like, we just did this conscious,
It
like,
started, we were just making fun of you, we're just like,
Yeah.
I'm happy to be, we were making fun of her, and then we kind of.
so they caught on that, like, we all realized we had to consciously stop missing our beds and missing all this stuff and just take it for what we had. Be like, it's not raining. Like, we're really happy. And then the sun came out and we were like, oh, thank God. Like, it's heaven out here. Like, we realized we should be happy for the small things and stop complaining about things we couldn't control. So,
I think we helped each other realize how much we complained and kind of moved past it.
And I guess we found out that when they complain, it's annoying us. This is something. Well, I guess we lightened up on each other because, we didn't want to know it.
So it started out as a joke, actually ended up being
making fun of me.
a meaningful,
Very mean.
part of the whole day.
I think as the day went on, like, we slept outside, we slept for like 2 hours, and we hiked down to, or we took the metro.
Yeah.
We went to the metro station, and then we went to McDonald's.
And I was like, heaven.
Yeah, that was, I had McDonald's so good.
Dollar menu stuff so we could stay in there longer.
It was like a 20-minute max.
Oh.
So we'd like buy a $1 menu and then we'd like go back and buy another
In
$1
20
menu.
minutes, I don't think.
Do they enforce the limit?
They didn't bother us at all.
But we didn't want to test it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that 20-minute ticket ran up, we got back in.
We kept our receipts so we could prove when we bought it.
We just wanted to be prepared.
Yeah.
And then we went out and we panhandled a little bit more because we dragged our feet to get out of McDonald's. We were like, okay,
Yeah.
we gotta go do this side. We gotta do
Had
this.
to push.
We didn't want to panhandle anymore. Like we were, I guess, tired of embarrassing doing it. Tired of. I know we were. I don't think they asked many questions, but as females, we were grilled about our situation. Why are you on the streets? Why don't you call your parents? Why aren't you here? Why aren't you there? So it was like we were coming up with these elaborate lies just to get a quarter. Like we're so tired of this. I mean, we're donating it back, but it was just like we're so tired of it.
Do you think that was sexism on the part of?
I think it was like, just concern for women. Like they were like the men can fend for themselves, and then with us.
I would say it's sexism and race. Because they said already that most of the men was middle class.
Yeah, we got, actually,
white
that was
males.
one of the surprises was, we kept, one of the stereotypes that we were told beforehand is that we're probably not gonna get money from middle-aged white guys, but we did.
Like businessmen.
Like that, the majority of our money when we were
Yeah.
together, and eventually we were like, I wonder if it's cause, we're looking
Like,
at
we
them,
could be
we're
their
like, that could be
daughters.
my dad.
Yeah,
And
like
so we figured, it's probably like,
pulled on
they're
our
looking,
heartstrings that.
oh, that could be my daughter's there, right there, so.
Because other people, it's really hit or miss with
Mhm.
the demographics. We were trying to keep tracking, but the majority were middle-aged white businessmen, and they
if somebody stopped, let alone asked us a question.
Yeah,
pretty
we
typical.
also noticed that like they got food, we were only given money. So we were wondering like, is it the trust of the money? Like they don't trust the men to do the right thing with the money, so they're just like, well, we'll just give you the food. And then with us, I mean, we were never offered a meal, we were just given money.
But sometimes when we got food bill, like the sandwich we got, it was
Yeah.
pretty much what was left over from his lunch.
And he
So-
didn't have any money.
Yeah.
But still.
But still, but I still see what you're
nobody
saying.
offered it. People had to go back in their hand and still digging in their purse. You know?
Right.
One thing I like to build on is I didn't know that there was a dispute like when people work together as being homeless. Like every time we got money, it was placed in we had a cup. The majority of the time, it was placed in my hands, and it was placed in his hands, or it was placed in his hands, and it was placed in my hands. Like if I got $1, they made sure he got $1 also, so there wouldn't be a fight at the end of the day. And
Well,
also,
one lady even said that.
Yeah.
You know, when she gave us $2 and she said, I don't want to start a fight.
yeah. Also, one of the problems we ran into was, well, we already know about ground rules and people just keep their nose too high in the sky. But there's this one lady that just so far sticks up.
Well, I want to tackle her.
Yeah.
She made me so mad.
She was really a pain in the butt. And honestly, well, first I'm gonna let you know this. We saw all her people that worked with her. They walked by us and walked right in the building. No one said something to us. We automatically knew that she was working the phones. We can tell it. But she didn't have no people skills. So me and him sitting in front and in front of our stuff, and we had a cup and we wasn't hassling nobody. All we did was say, hey, how you doing? And that's all we said. So she came out, we said, hey, how you doing? She said, whatever. And then she told us, wait, they need to move. They need to move, and they need to move all this, and they need to get it from in front of this door because we about to have a business meeting in front. So the whole while we looking at each other like, who the heck is they? You know what I mean? It wasn't no one else. She was talking about us, but she couldn't talk
She
directly
wouldn't
to us.
refer to us as you guys or whatever. They. They need to, like, we were subhuman.
That was terrible.
Yeah, and you know, it was just shocking that after people that she worked with, her reason was that the board was in the office. We don't need the board to see this. And I was like, well, number one, like, wouldn't it be better for your board to see that the people they hire are out to help the community that they work in, maybe? I mean, I think as a board member, if that were my position, that's what I would want to see, that the people that I hire are willing to give back to their community because that's what they're going to do in my company.
And I honestly believe that her board members walked by us.
I do too.
So many people was in suits walking in that door by us, and no one said anything.
Nothing.
We might have someone give us. I think we might have someone give us change to walk in there.
And a couple of people said hello that were
Yeah.
coming and going out of there, but no, they needed to move.
They didn't move.
The other thing that happened that Mike did was a guy was walking down the street and he kept looking in the trash cans, and we had only been panhandling for about 15 minutes, and we gave him Mike ran down the street and gave him a couple bucks that we had gotten from panhandling, and then the second thing that broke my heart was this lady was walking down the street carrying all her stuff and was just real quiet and sad looking.